Hello, I'm here at my house in Bangkok. I've been planning on getting a full sleeve leg tattoo for a bit, and now it's time to take action and finally get it started. I've been talking to different tattoo studios, talked to California Ink, I talked to Ink, and I also talked to a guy called Big Tattoo Colorful. California Ink wanted me to make a booking and presumably a deposit without knowing who my actual artist was gonna be. I know they do good work there and it's a popular place. It's in a very central touristy location in Nana. I don't like how they're expecting me to make the booking without knowing who my actual artist is gonna be. That's outside of industry standard from what I understand, and I'm not gonna do that. So I think I'm gonna pass on California Ink. I might go to a consultation at Ink because they actually named an artist for me to come and meet with. But right now we're going to meet with Big Tattoo Colorful. So join me in SirCute as we plan and execute a full sleeve leg tattoo. Let's go. Side note, if you're ever hungry in Bangkok and it's late at night, Foodland is the move. They're open 24/7, kind of like Denny's, like the Denny's of Thailand, but it's better than Denny's. I'm nervous. It's the day of the tattoo. Well, the first day. It's gonna be 3 days of getting tattooed on my leg. We actually met with my tattoo artist one more time because I switched from wanting a full sleeve to a half sleeve. Basically, I just couldn't afford it. It would be too much time and too much money to do the whole full sleeve leg right now, so I'm just gonna do the half sleeve lower leg. I got nice and shaven this morning. So smooth. I always shave myself with shaving cream before I get the tattoo because if you don't do that, they shave you with this super cheap razor and they dry shave you. And I don't know why necessarily they give you such a cheap dry shave before tattoos, because in my perspective, it just damages the skin before you even start tattooing it, makes it all dry, and I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm not an expert in tattooing. I got all my candy ready. Candy is essential. Gotta have my lollies. It helps get through the tattoo, keeps your sugar levels up so you don't pass out.
This creamy lollies is the best, the strawberry one. Only people who has tattoo, a big tattoo, and will understand is that you need it. This is your survival kit.
Another thing is I've been moisturizing and putting lotion on my leg every night for over a week now. Based on my research, this is something good to do. Get your skin nice and healthy before the tattoo. I put down 15,000 baht as a deposit for this tattoo, and that's to reserve 3 full days of tattooing. I'm not sure exactly how many hours, maybe around 8 hours per day. But yeah, 15,000 baht as the deposit for the design and reserving 3 days for the tattoo. It's a long weekend here in Thailand. Monday's a holiday, so I'm gonna do Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. He estimated around 65,000 baht. So that's what I got in my mind as a rough estimate. Hopefully it'll be around that
best price. Another thing I'm bringing with me is some pillows. I've never done this before because all of the tattoos that I've got so far were in Vietnam. So I was traveling during that time. Didn't really even think to bring pillows, but would have been maybe kind of weird to bring the hotel pillows. Anyways, I'm bringing pillows this time because I'm getting a leg tattoo. I'm gonna have to lay on my back and my stomach a lot and not move as much. Got my candy, got 3 phones, got my DJI Osmo Pocket 3 here. Got my baby, SiCute is coming with me. So that's great to have support. If you can bring somebody when you get tattooed, they can go and get you drinks, snacks, and food. So that is ideal. I always loved tattoos. Ever since I was a young teenager, I was rolling with these people that were much older than me in these heavy metal bands and stuff, and was part of the rock scene in the US. And I always liked the tattoos and stuff, but my parents were very against it. I also have a needle phobia. I hate needles and getting shots and injections and stuff. I never thought that I would get a tattoo. Starting a year ago, this one helped persuade me to get my first tattoo.
It's funny when a lot of people, especially my friends or my family, I start having tattoo at the same time with him last year, and they thought I changed a lot since I did. Actually, it's not. I always want to have tattoo, and people thought that, oh, maybe because I date a white guy for a guy like you, that's why you influenced me, bad influence on me. But actually, I was a person who influenced him to get tattoo. I had tattoo first, and then him 2 days after.
I was already warming up to the idea before we met because actually many more people have tattoos here in Thailand than in America.
And you like tattoo. I remember when we were dating, we talking about that before we going to Ho Chi Minh, right? And actually, I asked you how you think about a woman who has tattoo because I plan to have tattoo, and that time we just dating first few months. And he said that, yeah, he like it. So, okay, check. That is one thing. And
then you made it your mission to give me my first tattoo.
Yeah, but I did some research that there are many good artists in Ho Chi Minh too, and since we traveled together first time, so I want to have my first tattoo. That then I asked you, are you going to have tattoo with me? Are we going to have a couple tattoo? He said no way. But after I had my first tattoo and he was there, and I think it changed what he think about it, because it's not that bad, right? It doesn't look so scary. And
actually your first one was bad though, because you got it on your ribs, which is a super painful spot.
Yeah, but it's just only 3 hours, so that's fine. And exactly that day after I finished my first tattoo, we went back to the hotel in Ho Chi Minh, and he said that, I'm thinking I might get it. I said, what? You think you get it? And yeah, and 2 days later we went for consultation. He got tattoo 4 days after me.
I don't really like how this works in the tattoo industry, where most artists don't give you your design mock-up until either the day of or the night before at the furthest out. And there are reasons that they do this, like they don't want the client nitpicking about details of the design and being annoying about it and trying to change a lot of stuff. So I get that. To me, it's kind of contradictory because, a lot of talk about tattoos is like, make sure you get what you really want because it's going to be on you for the rest of your life and stuff. I don't know. I don't really like this where you only see the design the night before the day of the tattoo.
I have no comment about that because I think my tattoo different from yours. He has a big tattoo and like sleeve and now leg, and it build a lot of story, but mine different. The biggest one that I have is the dragon phoenix on my thigh. Another one on my back is just on my spine. I don't have the story like yours that require a lot of designing. You know what style that you like about tattoo, and you research about artists, do a lot of research about their portfolio. Another 30-40% about trust. So you have to trust your artist, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. The corollary or the antidote to this is selecting your artists, trusting them, really liking their portfolio of work is just as important, if not more important, than the design itself, because things about the design will also change from the mock-up to when it's actually being tattooed onto you. And so you really have to trust the artist and their experience, creativity, the quality of their work. Being able to trust your artist and selecting a good, reputable artist with a great portfolio is highly important. When I got this octopus. He gave me the design of the octopus. First he drew it on me with a marker, as a mock-up. And then a few days later he actually did the stencil design or whatever, but all the filler with all of the waves was done freehand. I'm happy with it. All right, let's do it. Oh my God, I feel so terrible. I have got a fever, I've got a headache, and my bones are achy. I am extremely unwell. How long was I getting tattooed? 8 hours with very small breaks. I ate lunch before the tattoo started, and then I ate dinner a little further than halfway through. But I was already starting to get a headache and feel unwell before I ate dinner, and I could only eat half of it. The tattoo looks awesome. If I feel like this tomorrow morning, I'm not going to be able to do it. Good morning. So I'm feeling better this morning. Definitely not 100%, but I think I can keep going with the tattoo. It's about 11:30. I just had lunch and I took NyQuil and extra paracetamol and ibuprofen last night. I'm gonna take more of those things later today during the tattoo. Just try to make it through, because yesterday was freaking brutal. Towards at the second half. First half was all right, even though hitting my ankle and the pain, maybe it's because it's full color and he has to keep going over near the same spots multiple times to do the shading. It's looking beautiful though. My artist is very talented. He's actually running a tattoo school basically out of this shop, and he's teaching all of these other people that you saw in there. Yeah, as you can see from his work, he's good. It makes it so much more brutal getting the tattoo though, getting full sleeves 3-4 days in a row. This is technically a half sleeve, but getting a sleeve tattoo for 3 days in a row is brutal. My leg is swollen. I'm not a fan of small tattoos, even though those are very popular right now. I'm not into small tattoos, even though most of the time any tattoo is cooler than no tattoo. But me personally, I'd rather get big tattoos. All right. Here we go, day 2. I'm not really looking forward to this. I'm dreading it a bit. Like I said, the tattoo is looking awesome, so finished product I think is going to be freaking awesome. Sawadee Cup.
You're doing a great job actually.
Thank you.
That is Florida, man. "1:30 a.m.
All right. We just got home at 2:30 a.m. I don't know what happened last night, but I felt absolutely terrible at the end of the session last night. But today I felt pretty good. So I was able to keep going for 12 freaking hours. Longest tattoo session for me ever. My leg is so swollen and tight and sore. I think the ibuprofen and Tylenol or acetaminophen paracetamol is helping. I've been taking it with every meal. All right, well, I'm very tired and sleepy, so I'm going to get ready for bed. I'll talk to you in the morning. I didn't sleep too much last night because we didn't go to sleep until 4 a.m. And my cat woke me up attacking my legs a few hours later when the sun came up. So I'd move into another bedroom and maybe got 6 hours of sleep. I can barely walk on this leg. The tattoo is feeling so tight. I patted it down with saline solution and put some Bepanthen on it. Here's my nurse.
We have cat at home. They lick themselves when they have wound, right? She probably noticed that he got something wrong with his leg. She was really curious. I don't know, touch it, sneeze it.
Investigate. The cat makes the healing process even more complicated. The healing process of a tattoo is even more annoying than getting the tattoo itself. She's helping me take a shower. I'm sitting on the floor in the shower with my leg posted up on the wall, using the sprayer at half, trying to take a shower in this awkward way and not get my leg wet because half the stencil's still on there. And then when I do start taking regular showers, I gotta take them cold and really short. Yeah, I did 12 hours yesterday. Everybody in the shop was giving me props. Not to big up myself so much, but my endurance yesterday was on point.
First day, after 6 hours from 8 hours, he was in coma. I can tell maybe he barely eat, less sleep, less drinking water. But yesterday, even after 11 hours, he was fine. He was chill. And one time, he straight up and said that, "Oh, my brain mentally fucked up." He started laughing.
Yeah. Towards the end, at the 11th hour, he's putting the white on my shin. The white is the last one to go on a spot that's already been done, and the shin is more painful spots. So it's so painful that he's hitting it at the 11th hour. It was so painful I started laughing uncontrollably. Yeah, she's been awesome. She stayed with me the whole time. My artist doesn't speak any English, so she has to translate most of the time, but he's an amazing artist. He's won a bunch of awards, as you can see in the shop. I can see now from this work, he really knows what he's doing.
Our maid saw his tattoo this morning and she said that it looks like the sticker canvas on his leg. Yeah, and we like the vibe at the tattoo studio too. It's so chill and it's more like a family thing. They order things and invite us to eat this and that, and I like the vibe. That's why staying there for 2 days already. I mean, comparable staying at home, but it's not that bad.
All right, here we go. Day 3. We're in full-on rainy season right now in Thailand, so there's so many mosquitoes. We just briefly opened the door to enter the house last night, and there's 100 mosquitoes inside the house. 2 on my tattoo. Third world problems. First worlder in the third world. We have lots of mosquitoes in Florida too. So now I understand why so many people just get black work and black and gray tattoos, because this full color stuff is just brutal. Gotta go back over the same areas many times to do the different colored shading. It's much more of a brutal process than just the black and gray stuff, and it takes so much longer, but worth it for the tasty sauce. Last day, home stretch. Let's go. Sawadee Cup. All right, it is the middle of the second full day of healing the tattoo and recovery. Yesterday was rough. It was so swollen, I could barely even walk. It was scary, actually. It was really sucky. There were times that I would get up and then start to walk. It would swell even more and just feel like my calf was gonna pop, and I would have to just sit back down. It was so uncomfortable and painful and concerning. Luckily today, it's quite a bit better. It's still very swollen. When you get a tattoo, the more saturated it is, meaning like more damage there is to the skin, the more swelling there's gonna be, the more intense the recovery is gonna need to be, etc., etc. So this is a fully saturated tattoo that goes all the way around my whole lower leg. And so yesterday it felt like the whole entire leg was being constricted by like the hand of a giant or something. It was very uncomfortable. I've been putting bepanthen on it as well as alternating with this CeraVe lotion and washing it. First day I just patted it down with saline solution, and then I washed it this morning with Dove soap. You can't wash the tattoo very much or anything. You can't soak it in water, can't take baths, can't go in the pool for at least a month. One thing that I had for this tattoo for day 2 and 3 that I didn't have for my previous tattoo sessions was a stress ball, and that was very helpful. I highly recommend if you're gonna get a big tattoo or a long session. Definitely helps to alleviate the tension of getting tattooed for that long. Have a little bit of conversation during this tattoo, which was helpful as a distraction, but most of the time I listen to music. I listen to some kind of old school metal. Usually I go through the entire Pantera catalog. I go through the entire Fear Factory catalog, listen to the old Lamb of God albums. I listen to the first 2 Slipknot albums, newer heavy metal bands, volumes like Moths to Flames, and some other types of music. All right, today's day 6 of the full healing process, and as you can see, it is in the full flaky peeling stage. Peeling skin have been coming off when I've been showering, and I've been keeping it thoroughly moisturized. Most tattoo collectors and artists would probably say that I'm over moisturizing it because I really slather it on there when I moisturize, but only 2 times a day, after morning shower and after a shower before I go to bed, and then really saturate the whole thing in lotion. But I've been using CeraVe, which is very light, and I had an experience with my arm sleeve where I let it dry out more. I followed the traditional advice where I tried not to put too much lotion on it and let it dry out a bit. Actually, it cracked. When it was peeling, it cracked in several places and left permanent gaps in the tattoo. They're not big, but they're definitely noticeable, and I remember that these are the places that this scab was cracking. And so with this tattoo, I'm not letting it dry out like that. I'm thinking that's the move, especially since it's on my leg. And even this morning, I took a shower and let it dry out for about 15-20 minutes. After 10 or 15 minutes, it was feeling very tight and dry. In my experience, when I do that, it gets dry and tight and flaky, and then cracks, and then those cracks stay. You can see them in the tattoo when it's fully healed. So I'm trying not to let that happen. What most people would say overly moisturized, so it's not itching too bad, but it definitely gets itchy at certain points when it starts to dry out, at which point I typically apply more CeraVe. I really wasn't in the zone. I'm starting to get back to normal with my mental state. I'll keep doing updates up until it's fully healed.
Okay, so this is the tattoo at 4 weeks. I think it healed pretty nicely. Burns a little bit when I kind of rub it, but it's completely done with the healing phase and everything. I think it turned out awesome.
All right, hope you enjoyed this video of my
universe leg sleeve tattoo. It was an intense experience, still is, with this recovery healing process. Let me know what you want to see. Subscribe to this channel if you want to see more Asia vlogs all around. Gonna be going to outside of Asia, actually. We're gonna be going to France later this year. Gonna be going back to Vietnam later this year. Next year, we're gonna be going to Japan. Got all kinds of cool travels coming up. And of course, the regular Thailand content. So subscribe to the channel. Bye bye.